EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Jacksonville. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70 Lions, Warriors 70.
Throwing to start the drive. Spence. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Check smash, go! Panther 60, Panthers, go!
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. For a lot of people, the MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Bronco 80.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this 1st drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
On 1st down, he'll drop the throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Jaguars at 15-1 on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Here we go, track, go, track. Viking 18. Ready?
Tootin will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Spence only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
And goal. Cam Little on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this is what we talk, game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
16 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to 60, back to 60.
Looking to throw. Redmond. And he'll go down at the 28. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
We're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL, and they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. R.J. Harvey with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one
I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. But you look at this Bronco defense. Into this. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost it. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
On the set.
Handoff. Here's Harvey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for a Broncos score. R.J. Harvey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
Throwing to start the drive. Spence. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Here we go, start.
First down.
Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
18 Cardinal. Top low, 18. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Spence working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Spence. And that is incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
18, Pioneer.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
your muscle up, we got the plyometric. Ran up by the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made a sweep, you could diabetic.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He wants it all for the end zone.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score.
Point after, right down the middle.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Second catch for him today, and they'll line up a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. Right? It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. It's Murray. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Operating from the gun, Redmond. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. He's on his way. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bayshore Tilton, 76 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready
Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go.
2nd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A quick throw out line caught by Robinson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Oh, poor throw there, and it's intercepted. Oh, he shifts past him. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Ready.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cougar 19.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. That second down play nets a -4.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Come on, come on.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Nineteen tight, 19 tight.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken around the 12. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Zone read to give to Harvey. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
79 Broncos. Warriors 70. Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Redmond. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Here we go.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Mustang 19.
Second and 1. Over the middle, it's complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Cougar 19.
Back to throw. Spence. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead.
For the Jaguars field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Redmond. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
A final shot before break. Redmond over the middle, complete. That's Murray. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
Ready?
Operating from the gun, Redmond. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 48.
Hey, check that. Street. Hey.
Toss to Harvey, running right. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8. Now the first carry here for the running back. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake. Redmond on the arc, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trayvon Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Redmond. He's got his target. That's complete. And over the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 38 yards. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Let's go now.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Here we go. Check.
Off play action. Spence. He'll try and do this himself. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. From the gun on third down, Redmond. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On the handoff, Harvey. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Setting up a screen for Harvey. Down the sideline he goes. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Give him 32 on the play.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out?
Touchdown, Broncos. A great effort there. Taking it in. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
19 tight.
46-yard line.
70 Lions.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 45 yards. And the Jaguars are back within a score. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
The Jaguars will line up for the
Viking,
2-point
18.
conversion.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. 79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Let's go. 60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Looking to throw. Redmond. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Back to throw. Redmond. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On the give, it's Hardy. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping at air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 67 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, when they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter, this drive becomes very critical. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 6, go.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Panther Street! Panther Street! Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he's into the clear again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. With his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a fifth straight victory. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
65 Cat! 65! 70 Timberwolf!
Operating from the gun. Spence. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, 63 yards. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go, set! Panther 60! Panther 60! Ready, up?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. There he goes again. Inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Broncos use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
Ready, up!
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Looking to throw. Spence. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Wow, that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Spence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They're taking him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Eagles, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Buffalo 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
1st and 10 at the
Let's go now.
19-yard line.
Lightning, Dragon 60. Go.
Back to throw again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 Charger, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll look to throw again. There's the right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11.
18 Charger, 18 Charger. Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a give, right side. Henson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ready?
Here's Harvey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
So this one will wind up a